Mrs. Claus and the School for Santas. Written by Timothy Stewart. Illustrations by Blueberry Illustrations. I am here to tell a tale nobody's been told yet. A story about Christmas and a North Pole secret. It answers a question that many of you have had, and it may raise an eyebrow from some moms and dads. In case you didn't know, Sebastian is my name. Spreading news about Santa is my claim to fame. The question I am here to answer for once and for all: how is Santa on every corner and in every mall? They can't all be Santa, many children have said. How is he everywhere? A question so widespread. Let me start at the beginning. It was a few years back. The year was 1957, to be more exact. The population explosion was reaching its peak. More children meant more toys to make, more and more each week. How could Santa ever keep track of each boy and girl plus the toys in his sack? Santa did have his list and he did check it twice. But with so many children, things must be precise. Mrs. Claus, too, foresaw this coming trouble. Toy needs would quadruple, not just triple or double. Then Mrs. Claus had an idea. She's really quite smart. An idea where everyone could get to play a part. She said the elves should play Jolly Saint Nick and go out in the world. That'll do the trick. Schools for Santas. The School for Santas opened at the North Pole, where elves portray Santa like actors in a role. Only the best who are chosen will walk in Santa's shoes. It's a big celebration when an elf receives the news. Invitations for Santa School arrive in January. With so many of them, it takes 90 male elves to carry. The first month of students all study their books, learning the world's history of all Santa's looks. He or she will learn what Santa is really about. Yes, girls can be Santa too, if you had any doubt. When February rolls around, destinations are revealed. Elves see the Santa suits they will wear in the field. American suits are red. Norway's like a bishop's robe. Some are blue, while others are green. They differ all around the globe. As March marches in, elf support teams are assigned. 3 or 4 to a team is usually what you'll find. Where they go determines how big a team they need. Larger cities require more accuracy and speed. While one elf plays Santa, the team studies each child's case and then sends information to the North Pole database. April is the magic month when Mrs. Claus goes to work, baking the cookies that give the job its magical perks. A basic sugar cookie with icing that sounds easy enough. But with 3 secret ingredients, copying them is tough. Mrs. Claus told her trusted secret to her top 3 bakers. Each knows one ingredient of the magic cookie makers. Bernetta puts her ingredient in the dough first, making sure all the flavor is properly dispersed. Next comes Abraham as the mixer splatters and churns. He drops his in quickly with each of the paddle turns. Does Ling put hers in the icing or the cookie dough? No one has ever seen her, so no one really knows. Mrs. Claus says the secrets are really rather common. Ordinary flavors like maple, honey, or almond. Everyone who tastes them experiences different flavors. Chocolate to peppermint, whatever they may savor. Once the dough is ready, with the icing close at hand, Mrs. Claus makes her cookies magical and grand. A Santa-shaped cookie cutter is Mrs. Claus's main tool, but upside down it makes an elf, and that's really quite cool. When an elf eats a Santa cookie, the magic soon begins. The elves grow taller and fatter and grow whiskers on their chins. It is just as easy to turn back into oneself. Just eat another cookie, one decorated like an elf. The months of April and May are about transforming. Santa's at the North Pole rehearsing and performing. June is a time for laughter as ho 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 sound through the halls. Thousands of laughing Santas make the most joyous sound of all. It's Christmas in July, time for a practice run. Winter wonderlands are replaced with Santas in the sun. August and September are the time to fine-tune, getting things right because they'll all be working soon. Perfecting the laugh or the twinkle in the eye, packing bags of cookies, and it's time to say goodbye. The arrival of October and our teams are on location, setting up houses and apartments as their bases of operation. Thanksgiving in November, all of the studying pays. Stores are open, Santa's at work, with 30 shopping days. December's holiday rush passes by in a flurry. Everyone is busy in a frantic shopping hurry, but the elves are on the job, making all of Christmas merry, knowing their time as Santa is only temporary. With the world so big and modern with gadgets and such, we wonder how Santa's everywhere and knows so much. The answer is simple. The Santas are elves. It all makes sense. And cookies are magical, if you knew the ingredients. So, the next Santa Claus you just happen to meet, whether it be in a store or out on the street, remember this story from your new friend Sebastian, and I hope it answers questions to your satisfaction. Working their magic with no recognition or applause are the elves from the School for Santas and cookies by Mrs. Claus.